The struggle is real when you forgot to clean your camera. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Don't want to miss any of the lifestyle content or any pregnancy, birth, and postpartum related content that I have in my Doula diary series that I have here on this channel. So yep, go ahead and subscribe. I just finished up some content that I will be putting out for the Doula diary series that I have here on my channel, but I just wanted to check in, getting that content ready for next week. Yeah, next week. And if you haven't seen the previous vlog, go check it out. I have it up on here for you to go back and watch it if you haven't seen it already. But I've been talking to a friend and she texted me today. She was like, did you take a test yet? And I'm like, no, have not taken a test yet. So if you see my previous video, you know what I'm talking about. Pregnancy test. My husband and I, we're not trying, but we're not trying. We're not doing anything to prevent another baby. So if it happens, it does happen. I would love to have another one, but I deal with PCOS, and if you don't know what PCOS is, it's polycystic ovarian syndrome. And yeah, I've been dealing with infertility, which I just found out, you know, typically is 1 in 8 women that's dealing with infertility. Now it's 1 in 6. Like, oh my gosh, like, are you kidding me? 1 in 6 women. It was 1 in 8 women dealing with infertility. Now it's 1 in 6 women dealing with infertility. And I said, because I want to say that June is Infertility Awareness Month. And so I think I'm gonna just go ahead and give some background of my infertility journey. It's been a lot over the past, 13 years. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I am blessed to have 3 beautiful, wonderful babies. When doctors were telling me that I wouldn't be able to have any kids at all, God said, let me show you what I can do. And I have 3 beautiful babies. My first kiddo, she's a clone man baby. My second kiddo is an IVF baby. And then our third kiddo, completely natural, came out of nowhere. Boop, she just popped out of nowhere. Popped out of nowhere. So it was like, what the heck just happened? Like, what the heck just happened? I know, right? So yeah, so we don't know if we're pregnant now, but you know, when you're after having a baby, you don't have a regular cycle. Some women do, but you know, majority, especially when you're breastfeeding, you don't have a regular cycle. You have irregular cycles. So the first cycle that I had since giving birth, so my daughter right now, she's 15 months today. Oh goodness, today is May 4th. She's 15 months today. Is it? Wait. Mercy. Yes, 15 months today. My brain is not getting it today. But yeah, she's 15 months today, so I'm still breastfeeding. Breastfeeding has gone down tremendously since she's been in daycare. So the first cycle that I had was back on my son's birthday, that week of his birthday. That was my first cycle, and that was in October. And she was born in February. So that was my first cycle. And then my next cycle that I had was literally on her birthday, the week of, no, wait, what is this month? Mercy. I said the week of her birthday, but it was just in April. So when she was turning 14 months, that's when I had my next cycle. So we'll see what happens, if we're pregnant or not. I said I'm gonna go ahead and go get a test. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Probably tomorrow after I take the kids to school. After I take the kids to school, then I think I'm just gonna go to the store, get a test to be for sure, because the anxiety that is building up is about to drive me crazy. It's about to drive me crazy. But yeah, so I'm just gonna have to unpack and unload a full-fledged, like, this was my infertility journey. And I guess it's just starting another infertility journey, but not really officially. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But, you know, with our third baby, like, we were actually prepping for another round of IVF because I was previously working for this company, and they paid for the infertility, and all we had was a $500 deductible. What? $500 deductible? Heck yeah. So we were about to do that whole process, and then in the midst of going through all that, which I'll go into details later, but I was, you know, doing different things to help my body, to prep my body. And I really feel like all of the stuff that I did, not saying that God had nothing to do with it, because God had all to do with it, but a lot of people, you know, asked, even my fertility doctor was like, what did you do? Like, what changes did you make in your daily life to help you, you know, get through this? And I was like, well, I was doing this, and this. And she was like, well, you're pregnant. I'm like, what? Wait, what? Huh? I'm like, no. I can't be. Like, I was told I couldn't. But, you know, God can do whatever he wants, when he wants. He has already written our life. What we think we were going to plan to do, you know, God put a whole monkey wrench in that. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. In the morning, I'll take y'all along with me. Go ahead, get a test, take the test, and let's just see where we go. But yeah, for the rest of the day, all I'm doing is trying to finish up the content that I recorded, go ahead and edit that and have that scheduled for next week to upload, and then plan and prep. I try to stay a week ahead, plan and prep all of my content for all the different media platforms that I'm on. Then I have to leave. It's now, shoot, I can't see the time. It's almost 2 o'clock. I need to eat lunch because I have not eaten lunch yet. I need to leave the house about 4 o'clock to go pick up my daughter, go get the babies, come back home and figure out what's for dinner, because I have not cooked anything. And my son, he's autistic, and once he's stuck on a meal, he is stuck on a meal, and those meals are very, very slim. Like, he doesn't eat too much of anything. It's very hard to get him to eat anything different here at home, but thank goodness with daycare, hallelujah, thank goodness with daycare, he is eating so many other different foods and things of that nature. So I'm like so freaking excited that he is in daycare. We have to keep him in daycare by all means necessary. So pretty sure he's gonna be asking for donut sausage, which is French toast and sausage, for dinner. That's all he's been stuck on this week. So yeah, I try to vlog as much as I can. It's hard to vlog when the kids are home. Like, it's really hard. If I don't have my husband with me, it's hard. Oh my gosh. If you see my previous vlog where I vlogged our family last weekend, did a little family outing, literally that felt like I was at war. I literally felt like I was at war. I was in the boxing ring. I was in something, because those kids and trying to vlog, mercy. If you are an experienced vlogger and you have kids, kudos to you. Because, baby, that is not for the faint of heart. Do you hear me? I told my husband, I was like, literally, I don't see how people are able to vlog with children, with little toddlers. Like, I don't see how y'all do it. I don't see how y'all do it. Whew. Mercy. Anyways, but just don't come along with me.
Just focus your energy.
Let's see what life brings.
We'll build our whole world around it. It don't mean that much to me. We don't gotta fight about it. Just focus your energy, baby. We'll build our whole life around it.
I'm just honest, I ain't perfect, baby.
Honestly, I can
know it's hard, but ain't I worth it, baby?
Challenging when it seems that you don't give a wondering where you've been. I don't believe everything, trying not to forget.
This gon' work if we keep working on it. Ease your mind, you put a curtain on it. So if you love me, won't you say you love me? You so beautiful, this world get ugly.
We vibe, it's us so right.
Good morning. It is Friday, May 5th, and today is going a whole different way than what I had planned. We are having to take my son to the emergency room once again. This is the third time having to take him to the emergency room, and it is really about to drive me crazy because I'm telling them that I believe he has asthma. All signs point to asthma, but nobody wants to diagnose him. And I'm like, we've been to the emergency room twice, and those few times was like 4 weeks apart. Or has it already been 3 times and this is the 4th? No, this is the 3rd. And we've been to the allergy and asthma specialist, and they just wanted to put him on allergy medicine to see if that would help. That's not helping. Like, it helps with, you know, a little bit, but it's not helping. So what I had planned for today, it's gonna be, we're gonna wait on that. So my daughter just grabbed the baby because she woke up with me. I was hoping she was gonna stay asleep while I get all of this stuff together, but she just grabbed her. I'm about to pack up their snacks or whatever we need for while we're at the hospital. Grab the baby bag together, well, their toddler little backpack together, and hopefully we'll only be in that ER for a good 2 hours. When it comes to his asthma or issues like that, they're pretty quick, so I'm about to hurry up and get everything packed up and loaded in the car and drop my daughter off with my parents so they can take her to school, and then we're headed on to Children's Hospital once again. So hopefully this time we can get everything, testing, all the things that we need. So here we go again.
What are you doing, son? Alright, so we are in we have made it to, no, friendly. Not friendly. Okay, so we have made it to the ER. He's gotten evaluated. Friendly. He's gotten evaluated, and he is now getting a full-fledged treatment. Stop, friendly. So he's chilled, having a child with autism, and to see a doctor, mercy. I mean, I know different kids do differently, but with mine, it's a struggle. And I just so happen to have to go to the ER when my husband is not
is at work, and we won't be able to see him for another several hours. So I had to tough this one out by myself, and it gets really hard because he gets physical. Like he gets strong. He is very, very strong. So thank goodness we were able to get him. I was able to get him settled down, for them to listen to him. So the treatment plan right now is to put him on, let him take this treatment for over an hour. For over an hour's time. Do you want some camera time? Yeah. Take this treatment for an hour's time. Then they're going to give him some steroids. Then they're going to check his breathing. If it's not getting better, then we're going to move forward with, okay, let's do a chest x-ray to see what's going on. But if he is showing improvement, then we're not going to do a chest x-ray. They're trying to do as less as possible because he's autistic, because he freaks out, and it's tough. So anything that they don't have to put him through as far as testing and procedures, they're not going to do it. So they already know half the stuff I have to do for them because he won't let them touch him. But sometimes he will, depending on who it is. It's like the vibes. he you know, kids, they pick up on vibes and good energy. So yes, baby. He fell down. Oh goodness. I don't know. Why'd they do that? Why'd they do that? Yeah. He loves minions, anything minions, so they put him on Despicable Me. But yeah, so we're gonna be here for quite a while. It's just now after 7. We got back in here very quickly. Like once we got here to the hospital, we checked in. They sent us right back to triage. As soon as we left triage, they came and brought us right into a room, which never happens. Sometimes we're waiting for the longest is 30 minutes, but this time around, like literally we were in an exam room within 10 minutes, and that's never happened. So I was very thankful for that, because he is like hunched over because he is having a hard time breathing. So yeah. And then he got so upset that he just vomited all over the floor, but it was needed. Like he needed to vomit. He got up all that mucus that has been just sitting on his stomach and stuff. So glad that he did that, because he will not blow his nose. Like he freaks out to blow his nose sometimes, and it's just like, it's horrible. It's tough. It's tough. If you're an autism mom, you know it's a struggle when it comes to health, hygiene. Just, it's a struggle. But when daddy is home, it's a little bit easier. Just a little bit easier. Oh goodness, what happened? It popped off. Goodness. Son, how did you pop this off? Oh no. Careful, buddy. Don't pull it, okay? Don't pull it. Oh goodness. Yeah, he disconnected the tube from the oxygen tank. Like, no, son, kind of need her. So yeah, he's gonna get this treatment for the next hour. Well, maybe for the next 45 minutes now. 50-45 minutes. They are timing it. So we're just gonna chill out. I did not get to eat breakfast. If I would have thought about it, I would have made me a sandwich before I left. But I was so focused on making sure they had snacks, making sure they had, you know, what they need to survive. But Mama didn't. Well, I was actually going to grab something, but what I wanted, yes. What I wanted wasn't open, nor the one that was open. It was not close. It wasn't close by. I was going to have to pass the hospital just to get something to eat. Yep, so we'll keep you guys updated and see if he ends up needing a chest x-ray or what. Brin, I'm just gonna start vlogging, girl. Yes. 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 I know, girl. I know. Let's see her. Okay. But mommy is gonna turn the camera off because we don't have any extra batteries. And see, he's such a trooper right now. He is such a trooper. He would not get in the bed, so the doctors were perfectly okay with him being in his wagon and receiving treatment and evaluation. So, thank goodness. Thank goodness. But yeah, so I'll check in with you guys later and let y'all know what's the goings on. What's up, y'all? So we are home. We've been home now for about, oh goodness, we made it home at 1 from the hospital. Let me sit my camera here. I'm sorry, y'all. When I say I'm exhausted, I am so exhausted. So, and I'm talking like super low because Brinley is asleep, and if she realizes that I'm not with her, she gonna flip. And I'm trying to keep her quiet because I was like, if I don't do this little update now, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not, because tomorrow we're gonna be going like clockwork, and I'm gonna try my best to vlog tomorrow, which is Saturday. It'll be Saturday the 6th. I want to vlog tomorrow because we're having a couples marriage conference at church, and so I just want to vlog that time with me and my husband. But today, y'all, when I tell y'all, oh my gosh, so this is the third time. Today was the third time taking our son to the emergency room because of his breathing. The first time was in December. The second time was in February. Now it's May. It's literally like every 8 weeks we are taking him to the emergency room because he cannot breathe. Somebody just rang the doorbell, and our doorbell. My husband needs to get more batteries for the doorbell thingy, but oh my goodness. So he had been coughing. My son has been coughing for a bit. Like, we knew it was like, okay, let's give him, you know, the nebulizer treatment. And we have been doing that on top of his allergy medicines. We've been doing that, but it just wasn't working. It just was not getting it. And last night I had to give him 2 treatments on the nebulizer, and each treatment had 2 vials of albuterol. Was not doing the job. It just was not doing the job. And I even gave it an hour earlier than I needed to because it was just that, it was getting that bad. So I gave him one as soon as we got home yesterday. That was at 4 something, and he finished it like a few minutes after 5 o'clock. Then I gave it to him again at like 7:30, 40-ish, and he finished it right after about 8 o'clock. And when I tell you, it did a little bit, and he was actually able to just settle down and try to get some rest. He was just relaxed. He was good for a little bit, so I was like, okay, maybe he'll be okay. Man, all last night he was coughing, he was crying, he was just frustrated because his body was like, oh. Didn't I tell y'all? Can y'all hear her? She's up. As soon as she don't feel me. The struggle. You just cannot let mommy. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. Kisses. Here. Are you good? Okay. So, like she ain't never been asleep. So, yeah, what was I at? So, yeah, he was just up all throughout the night last night. No, Brinley. No nose. Here, you can have the remote. You want my remote? You can have my remote. Stop. Yeah, so he was up literally like all night. He was just having the worst time trying to sleep. And so I kept looking at the time because I was up every 30 minutes to an hour because I couldn't sleep because either he was, not feeling well, or I was just like terrified because I'm like, okay, is my son breathing? Like, what, constantly worried about him. So I was just up back and forth, and then I finally was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. And it just seems like it's just getting worse. Like nothing that we do was helping. So got up this morning an hour earlier than normal. I was up at like 4, a little bit before 5 o'clock. Got my oldest, Elena, got her up and told her to get ready and then take her so I can start getting everything in the car, packed up their snacks and stuff just to head out. I was going, and then like when we left, I dropped my daughter off with my parents so they can take her to school. But then, no, Brinley, she trying to put the lens cap on. But I was gonna get something to eat on the way there, but I was like freaking out, and I was like, okay, please let it be a Starbucks on the way there so I can just order from my phone and then I'll just grab and go. No, it was past the hospital, so I never did eat this morning. Didn't eat this morning. So we got to the hospital at like a few minutes. No, Brinley, no. So we got to the hospital like right a few minutes after 6. I want to say about 6:15. Got checked in. As soon as we got checked in, they took us back to triage. As soon as we were done with triage, they took us back to a room. So like everything was happening fairly quickly. So in my mind, I'm like, bed, when nobody here, we're the only ones here. I mean, whoever was still here from, before we got here, but when we got here, like, there was nobody else. So we were literally the only, kid that needed medical attention at the time. So I was like, cool, we're going to be in and out. I was hoping that we were going to be done by 9, no later than 10 o'clock. We were going to be headed out. No. We did not leave this hospital until 12 o'clock. So I am starving. I was starving. I was like, oh my goodness. And then like I was so busy packing the kids' snacks. I didn't even pack me a snack. And I was like, I could have made a sandwich, but I wasn't thinking because I was like, my kid needs to get to the hospital. Like we need attention. So they gave him a treatment. Like I said earlier, they gave him a treatment that lasted about an hour. That treatment lasted an hour. They gave him steroids, and then they kept coming in every 30 minutes to check his breathing, check his oxygen levels. And because when we first got to the hospital, his oxygen levels was in the 80s. Yeah, it was in the 80s. After his treatment, it had went up back to the 90s. After they came and checked him a couple of times, then they did come in with the another treatment, but they gave it to him through the spacer versus the nebulizer, because he was having like shallow breaths on his left side. Like they really couldn't hear much going on the left side. That freaked me out because when they said that, I literally thought, okay, my son is about to be admitted to the hospital. Like, what the heck is going on?
but everything is going. Ow. He seems to be doing a whole lot better. And they finally gave him a daily inhaler, so we don't have to, So the next step is to contact his pediatrician, get him seen as soon as possible. Once we do that, speak to them about seeing a pulmonologist. I think I'm saying that right. I've been trying to say that all freaking day. Pulmonologist. I have to do the syllables. Pulmonologist. Yeah. So we're gonna try to get seen by a pulmonologist because Brenley, get out of the window. Hey, out the window. I want him to be seen by a pulmonologist because we want to make sure that, there's nothing going on, because it's just too frequent of how, things are going for him. And that's scary when you're a toddler. Your toddler, your kid, period, family member, you do not want to see them suffering when it comes to trying to breathe. Like, he was literally like hunched over and he couldn't sit up. That's how bad it had gotten. Like, before we left the house, he wasn't doing that. By the time we got to the hospital and we were in the room, he was literally hunched over, and it was just like, oh my gosh, please help my son. And today was so tough because, our son is autistic, and he doesn't do well with doctors. He doesn't do well with people, period. But when it comes to doctors, Brenley, I am not scared of you. No. Brenley, stop. No. Stop. It's not time yet. Mommy is recording. Yo, I'm recording. Yeah, he doesn't do well with the doctor, so that was like, I almost cried because that really hurt me because he was freaking out, screaming. He didn't want to sit on the bed. He did not want to get out of the wagon. So the nurses and doctors was like, we can treat him in his wagon. He does not have to get out. So that was just perfect. I said that I'm going to have to do a whole vlog of what is needed and how to get through a doctor's appointment or through the emergency room with a kid with autism. Although all kids with autism is different. Our son is high functioning and he is verbal. But it's still tough. It gets tough, especially when I have to do it myself, because we ended up going to the hospital after my husband had already left for work. So he was literally, out of town. He drives trucks, so it was like he was hours away. So he wouldn't have made it to us, and it's a lot. So having to do that by myself and have her with me, it gets hard sometimes. But I was so happy that we had that wagon, because that wagon was a saving grace. That wagon was a saving grace today. But yeah, so luckily the content that I was planning, I had already recorded it. I've already done all of my content planning for next week, so I am too happy about that. I got my videos already edited, ready to be uploaded, and I did that yesterday. So I was like, something told me yesterday like to go on and push through and get these videos done, but I didn't know why. So that was why today I wasn't gonna be able to do nothing, because I had to be in full mommy mode. Yeah, get brother taken care of, because brother needed it. Yeah, girl. So yeah, today was a tough day. And I was supposed to go to the store this morning. and get a pregnancy test. But with everything happening, I wasn't going to no store. So I said, I'm going to just wait until Monday. I said, the more days I wait, the better. If I am pregnant, the better. You know, levels are higher. It'll detect it. But I'm like so nervous. So that's all the update. Just keep my son in your prayers. And if you have a kid that is asthmatic, oh, mercy. Like, we need to pray together, because these babies, it's scary. It's scary to see that your child is struggling to breathe. It is so hard. But, hey, what you doing? No. No. No, Brindley, and no. Stop. You better not touch that. But anywho's, I'm gonna give y'all this pregnancy test, because I'm like, I know y'all already like, come on, I wanna know if you're pregnant or not. The struggle. Because I have no signs of a cycle, even though I have PCOS. No signs of a cycle, no signs of anything. So we'll see. There's no signs of a cycle coming. So we'll see. But I'll talk to y'all later. Tell them bye. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. You're so fake. Say bye-bye. There go your Holy Spirit.